Welcome back to All About Rescue. Today we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to talk about 5 stupid reasons that people get rid of their dogs. Now hold on, don't get your panties in a bunch. I'm not going to be overly critical of those really sad situations where there's like, a life event or some tragic event in someone's life that causes them to make a very difficult decision. That's not what this is about. This is really about stupid reasons people get rid of their pets when there are really easy solutions to keep their pets. Now this list isn't necessarily in any kind of an order, and in the future I may actually do a top 10 countdown of the dumbest reasons why people get rid of their dogs. So for the sake of today, I'm just going to do a top 5, where actually the number 1, which I'll count down to, is really a dumb reason. But you gotta watch the whole video to find out what's number 1. Starting with number 5, training issues. People getting rid of their dogs because they can't train their dogs, or their dogs won't listen, or their dogs are exhibiting behavior X, Y, and Z. And hey, I'm not talking about aggression. I'm not going to talk about any kind of severe behaviors right now. I'm talking about the regular stuff that everyday Joe or Jane can certainly modify or train in your everyday dog. Things like jumping or barking or not listening or being really hyper, things like that. Or housebreaking, crate training, really simple stuff. I don't care who you are, if you're just dealing with basic dog stuff, don't even get me started that you can't afford it, okay? First of all, I get it. Dog trainers, I'm a dog trainer, I can be expensive to some people, but in today's day and age, you have so much free stuff out there. There are free resources for anyone to help train their dog on anything, whether it's internet searches or YouTube or other video platforms. There is so much assistance and so many resources for just about anyone to train their dog for just about anything. So I don't want to hear it. Number 4. Oh, I don't have time to take care of my dog anymore. I call BS. Now granted, some people have very full schedules. I understand that. We might have single parents that are raising a family, could be challenging. And there's ways around it. There are solutions. If you could afford a dog walker or ask a family friend or, a relative, somebody to help out, take care of the dog, maybe walk and exercise your dog, that's certainly a good option. We all have time constraints in our lives, right? Life is peaks and valleys. Sometimes we have more time than others. I can tell you this though, the average person in America watches 3 to 4 hours of television every single day. Are you kidding me? 3 to 4 hours of sitting on your butt, staring at the TV, and you don't have 20 minutes to take your dog for a walk? Or 5 minutes to do some daily training with your dog? Sorry, ain't buying it. You don't need a lot of time to train your dog. Heck, in one of my videos, I'll throw the link up there or up there. I always forget which way it goes. Anyway, I'll throw the link up there about how we implement resource control into our dog's daily lives, and that makes training an all-day, everyday part of our lives. There's no setting time aside. It comes second nature. It becomes a habit, just like brushing our teeth in the morning. We don't think about it. It's just something we do naturally in the course of our day. There's an easy way to implement that stuff into your dog's daily life. So I don't want to hear that time is an issue. If you have 3 to 4 hours to watch TV every day, which is the average American TV viewing session, if you will, you have time for your dog. Number 3, landlord issues. Now, this is a little tricky one, right? Because if you bring a dog into your apartment and you're not supposed to have dogs, your landlord has every right to make you get rid of your dog, okay? And that falls on you. If you take in an animal or a dog, a pet, into your apartment, then you're not allowed to have pets. Dumb. Now, if you are allowed to have dogs, okay, you can fight just about anything your landlord throws at you about making you get rid of your dog. Now, granted, if you have a problem dog and a dog that is a nuisance to your neighbors or your environment, then yeah, that falls on you as well, because that's your responsibility to make sure that you have a trained, social, and well-mannered dog. But don't get bullied by landlords. And maybe this isn't a dumb reason, because I think some people, they just feel threatened by being bullied by landlords, and they don't realize that they can actually fight it. So I don't really call this one too much of a dumb reason. What is dumb is when people bring dogs into their apartment and they're not allowed to have dogs. That's dumb. But if you're having some issues with your landlord and you're allowed to have pets and your dog is not a nuisance and you have a well-behaved dog and it doesn't cause any problems, you can certainly fight it. And that's the point that's why this is on this list, really. More for informational reasons, that people, they don't always know that they could just fight it, right? If you're allowed to have dogs on your lease and you're abiding by your lease to the T, you do not have to get rid of your dog. I don't care what your landlord says. Number 2. Kind of dumb, but not really. Probably more in line with number 3, and that's insurance reasons, particularly for homeowners. So you have a dog that's on your insurance company's breed restricted list, right? No, you don't have to get rid of your dog. No, you don't have to move. No, you don't have to sell your house. No, the world isn't ending. As it stands now in October of 2019, there are about a dozen, maybe more, insurance companies across the United States that are becoming more open to insuring all breeds of dogs. So if your insurance company doesn't want to insure you anymore because you have a pit bull or a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd or a Husky or a Chow Chow or whatever, okay? Just get a new insurance company. You can do an internet search on breed-friendly insurance companies, but again, as of October 2019, there's a couple I'll throw out there. State Farm is breed-friendly. Farm Bureau is breed-friendly. I think Farmers Insurance is breed-friendly. There's a lot of them. More and more insurance companies, they're becoming breed-friendly because they realize that it's not the breed that could cause an issue, it's the individual dog. So again, if you have a good dog, good socialized, friendly dog, and you're not having any problems, right? You know, and then they decide to drop you, just go to another insurance company. Or maybe you are renting and your landlord suggests that your dog can't stay there because of insurance reasons. You can have an open discussion with your landlord about breed-friendly insurance companies, and chances are you'll save your landlord some money. Insurance companies are very competitive nowadays, okay? And I can tell you, just because you may have a breed that's on a restricted list doesn't necessarily mean that you can't help your landlord find a better insurance rate, or if you're a homeowner, you might save a few bucks too. And number 1, this is by far the dumbest reason anyone ever gets rid of their dog, and this is probably going to be on that top 10 list that I talked about, and it's probably going to be number 1, so I guess I'm spoiling it, but that's okay. My dog got too big. Really, your dog got too big, okay? You have a 75-pound Labrador and it got too big? You have a 90-pound Rottweiler and it got too big? You have an 80-pound German Shepherd and it got too big? Should I keep going? I think you know where I'm going with this. I don't care what your level of dog knowledge is, okay? Everyone knows that a Labrador Retriever is not a small dog. Everybody knows that a German Shepherd is not a small dog. Okay? Everyone knows a Rottweiler is a large dog. See where this is going? Okay? So when someone says, oh, I gotta get rid of my dog, it got too big. Yeah, how? How did it get too big? What were you expecting when it was a puppy? Again, I don't care what your level of dog knowledge is. There's a certain level of common sense that goes into dog ownership. And if you get a little Labrador or a Rottweiler puppy, you know 6-7 months from now, you're gonna have a big dog. Now granted, if you rescue a dog from a rescue and they say it's a mixed breed and you don't really know what it is, I get that, I understand. You could be getting, they might say it's a lab mix, it's probably gonna be about 35, 40 pounds. I've seen it a dozen times or more. Lo and behold, a year old, the dog's 100 pounds, and yeah, it's a lab mix, but it's a big dog. Even then, still no reason to get rid of your dog. What about commitment and accountability? And taking responsibility for the lives that you're caring for. I'm sorry, dumb. Well, that's all for now. Those are my top 5 dumb reasons why people get rid of their dogs. Obviously, I threw in some solutions to a couple of those issues because, things like, landlord issues and insurance issues, those are real everyday challenges that people face. So I did want to offer some solutions. But I mean, come on, people, really. If you are taking on the responsibility of a dog or a cat or whatever pet, it's a lifelong commitment, okay? For the life of the animal, it's our responsibility, right? And that's what we try to promote in the rescue world is commitment to the animal. Making sure that we are committed to giving that animal the highest quality of life possible for as long as the animal is with us. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, take a peek around, check out my other videos. If you like what you see and you want to stay up to date on dog training, dog care, dog health, or dog rescue, consider subscribing. Click that bell for notifications so you get notified when I upload new content. And I'll see you guys next time on All About Rescue.